This series sounds really deep. I'm personally not deaf, so I didn't know about the story, quite frankly. But I'll say people who have been in that position, I can only imagine from movies that I've seen and just from real life stories that I know, it be a much harder life, especially processes of like you can't hear things, right? So the subject of a series, of course, being somebody who is not deaf, this was unknown to me. I mean, I haven't learned about this yet, but this will be very fascinating. I can only imagine for many people who have experienced that, I guess the unfortunate step in life that, someone loses their ability to hear, whether that's, from birth or later on in life. It can be, I guess, quite traumatizing, because maybe sometimes you grow. I know this doesn't apply to her, because I know some kids maybe had that experience since they were born, but for people who lose the ability to hear, it can be quite hard, because you grew up hearing, right? Just one of your senses is completely cut off. I'm fascinated to see this project and learn more about this subject in particular. So CODA that's the name of the show. It's an Apple TV exclusive. It's focusing on I guess children of deaf adults, or the specific anagram is abbreviation I should say, is child of deaf adults. This is what it says according to IMDb in terms of a longer perspective of where the series is going. As a CODA, child of deaf adults, Ruby is the only hearing person in her deaf family. When the family's fishing business is threatened, Ruby finds herself torn between pursuing her love of music and her fear of abandoning her parents. Well, that sounds really beautiful, though. So, like, her family, her family's experiencing hardship, but she's the only one that has the ability to hear. That's really interesting to listen to. So again, maybe she's caught between a rock and a hard place. So I imagine fundamentally, that type of theme is very relevant in terms of different projects that I've seen, where it's like, you've got a child and or it's just even an adult can relate to this specifically, where they're in a place of indecision, right? Because either way, it's a cost or a benefit analysis, essentially. And either way, there's a cost to it that may not be the ideal, but life comes with hard choices sometimes. This sounds very interesting, though. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm genuinely fascinated. I would imagine, again, there's a lot of, if it's focusing around a family where the only one member can hear, it's going to be a very interesting picture to watch. We're going to go and watch this first. We'll talk about it more. My condensed juice. Not us watching the video together. We're watching the official trailer for the show. Okay, without further ado, here we go. Let's take a look.
There are plenty of pretty voices with nothing to say.
Oh, that's a beautiful line.
You have something to say?
It's cool that we have, by the way, so many mechanisms, especially today, with like sign language and things like that. Especially since that's so accessible now.
You're the girl with the deaf family?
Yeah.
And you sing. Interesting.
Something's got a hold on me here.
What are you doing next year?
Working with my family.
Let me tell you now, I've got a feeling, I feel so strange. Everything about me seems to have changed.
I've been coaching for Berklee College of Music. I can help you get a scholarship.
Her family can't hear her. That's sad. Wow.
I want to do this.
She wants to pursue her dream, but she's again just she's in a different place in her life.
You have something to say?
You will be required to have a hearing individual on board at all times.
So the responsibility falls on her.
I can't stay with you for the rest of my life. I've never done anything without my family before.
All that I need.
It's very moving, very sentimental. I didn't know, the term CODA. It was unfamiliar with me, or was unfamiliar to me until I went and looked at this show. It's absolutely beautiful. But again, the theme, it's very present in terms of a lot of projects that are made today of like a kid who's just in a situation where they're like, okay, I have to make this point of decision. I can either be not only the member of the family, but essentially their caretaker, right? In the particular stance, is this scene pointed to that you are going to be, your family wherever they go, not wherever they go, but in certain situations they're going to need a hearing person, or someone to be able to hear so that they can avoid a potential maybe disaster or some trouble along the way. And that responsibility falls on the child. But if a child's got like, well, I want to go off and do this. I have this passion, this dream. I can't be in the role you're asking of me to be forever. Again, deeply moving. But very interesting. Again, the emotions are definitely an appeal for me. I would say just the sentimental journey overall. But it's very well presented. Again, high quality from Apple TV. It's going to be a very interesting dynamic. I mean, she's in two different worlds. Literally, she's in the world of, that she has the ability to sing and be able to hear, what that sounds like, versus her family when she comes home, right? And it's just like the dinner time conversations. Whereas for, many families, maybe you and I, would be, they're auditory. We can process that just differently. For her, it's two different dynamics. And I can certainly see, why those experiences have molded her in the ways that, ways that she's thinking, right? It's very moving. A powerful show, though. Really looks good. What are you guys' thoughts of CODA? Let me know down below. Don't forget all that stuff. Like, subscribing, and sharing that bell until we get to watch more from Apple TV, maybe in particular, maybe similar programming to this. I have no idea. But whenever that happens to be, I'll see, or maybe it'll be a different show entirely separate from Apple TV. Who knows? But whatever point we get to watch a new trailer together, I'll see you guys then. But for now, thanks for watching this video. I love you guys. Don't love yourselves, your fellow man. God bless and peace.